Ron V for the Hey, my Legion. How y'all doing today? I'm here today to review another shark movie. And this is Shark in Venice. Now, the unusual thing about this is whenever I started noticing sci-fi doing the shark movie thing a while back. I mean, because usually with a shark movie, they usually would just show them on Cinemax or I'd rent them at the video store. And with Shark in Venice, that was one that cause I remember seeing like the shows like Sand Shark and stuff like Sharktopus on Sci-Fi, and I heard Shark in Venice, and every time it would play or something like that, I'd miss some of it, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I had a chance to watch it. I didn't see the whole thing. Well, I had a chance to watch it. I was so tired I ended up falling asleep. This is a long time ago, and then I kind of just forgot about it. It was in the back of my head. I was like, well, I'd like to see it again. So I'm doing all these shark movie reviews. I got behind on some of them. And that's probably the one from a long time ago I wanted to see. And then I was shocked to see it was made in 2008, so it's like 10 years old. Stars Stephen Baldwin. Now, I originally assumed it was made from The Asylum, the people who do the Sharknado movies. And it was not. Whenever they had the direct-to-video shark movies that came out, I went 60 Asylum, but before that it was New Image. And those were the guys that originally did that. Because I remember when I saw Deep Blue Sea in the theater, that's Warner Brothers. And that night on Cinemax, they had the premiere of Shark Attack. Not 2 out of 6, the original Shark Attack, and then Shark Attack 2 and then Shark Attack 3 Megalodon. And those were all New Image, and then New Image did stuff like Shark Zone, and they did, what was that other one? Oh, Raging Sharks, which is a silly title, with the aliens in it. And the one different thing, and this was, like I said, New Image, and the real different thing is how they do their sharks. So basically, the Asylum is pretty much all CGI, with New Image is usually a lot of real shark footage, plus a little CGI, plus maybe a couple practical shots of the sharks getting close to people and stuff. And for this one, it starts out in Venice. And I think that's a neat idea, Shark in Venice. I think that's a great idea. And it revolves around a group of divers, and they're looking for this hidden treasure. And Stephen Baldwin's a teacher, and they find out one of the divers is his dad, and his dad gets killed by a shark because there's sharks in Venice guarding and surrounding the treasure and stuff. And then he goes with the Venice and see what he can find out. And he talks to the cops, and he said, "Well, we have a thing that you can investigate some." But our one agent has to follow you around. I mean, just make sure you don't get in trouble and stuff like that. I said, all right, agreed. And he runs afoul of the Mafia. And they found that the Mafia was the one funding the trip to go see that. I mean, they talk about the treasure, too. And they have, like, a little history lesson. And they show, like, some stuff from medieval times and stuff. And the biggest problem is none of it's really that compelling. I mean, at least they tried to do something different. And basically, the Mafia offers him like $2 million to help, because he's the only one that he was actually able to find the treasure. The other people, this one cave. And he said that they need your help. And he said, you seem like a smart guy. You're a teacher. You probably need the money. And then, of course, he doesn't accept it. And then they end up kidnapping his girlfriend. You never feel like the girl's in any danger. All the acting, it's just not compelling. That's the biggest problem. The acting's okay. Stephen Baldwin seems kind of emotionless in it, but he's all right. The action scenes and the chase scenes aren't that. The best thing about the movie is, the story it's a great idea for a story, and there's lots of Indiana Jones type references in this cave where the treasure is. There's like booby traps and stuff, which are kind of neat. It's like low rent Indiana Jones, but it's just not that compelling. That's the biggest problem. And the sharks look all right. I mean that, and then they show the Shark Attack But the scenes in Venice are fantastic. I mean, Venice looks like a really cool place. That's probably the best stuff in the movie, the scenery. And it was really cool. There was one scene that really seemed out of place. It looked like it was obviously on a set. This guy and girl, drunk and kind of arguing a little bit, and all of a sudden you see the monster grab the guy in its mouth and goes out. It looked so fake. It was terrible. It actually kind of hurt the movie. That was really bad. That's about halfway through. It reminded me of that scene in a Laurel and Hardy movie, Flying Deuces, when they were talking about, I think, Oliver Hardy wanted to jump in the water for some reason. And then there was like a shark fin in there. But it looked so fake. I mean, but it's the comedy. Flying Deuces is probably my favorite Laurel and Hardy movie. Everyone says that Way Out West, but I think Flying Deuces is much better. In my opinion, I think it's funnier. Well, anyways, they do this. I mean, there's one cheat in the movie, the big cheat. It's not a spoiler, though. During the ending credits, like about a few seconds in the credits, there's like a little clip that they show in the trailer. And they didn't incorporate it in the movie. They just put in the trailer. A little shark, I mean, as part of the guy in the boat, and the shark reaches out, and that's a good CGI shot. But I think they used it just to put in the trailer, and then it's like a throwaway scene. That's a little bit of kind of dishonest. You know what I mean? But, oh, well. I mean, if you want to see a movie like this, it's still alright to see one time. And it is different. But, I mean, I just don't think it's that compelling, though. I mean, all the actors are pretty much... You don't really care about any of the actors. And that's pretty much it. I've been wanting to see the movie for a long time. I'm glad I did. It's definitely good for like a one-time watch. You probably want to go see Venice, though. I mean, Venice looked really cool. And during there's a big confrontation. There's a scene that looked really cool, but it doesn't really go anywhere. And like I said, mostly it's practical and footage with some CGI. There's one scene where shark goes and bites a gondola in half with some people in it real fast. So that was funny. But for the most part, it's all right. I think it's probably about average. I just wish it was more compelling. It'd probably be more interesting, or at least a little more exciting. Because there's lots of chase sequences and stuff like that. Not involving sharks, mainly the mafia and Stephen Baldwin and stuff like that. So I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's definitely worth a watch. I want to thank Tony Talent for making me a thumbnail for Shark in Venice. I hope you liked this movie review. And until next time, bye, please. Kimberly.